If you are passionate about understanding how your body truly works and the deep science behind a healthier life, subscribe now. Here, you will learn something valuable and new in every single video. There is one crucial organ that practically no one ever mentions when talking about eliminating stubborn body fat. It is the liver, and yet it is the one doing the absolute most work inside your body. Every single day, this silent powerhouse executes over 500 distinct metabolic tasks to keep your physiological systems running smoothly, maintaining internal equilibrium without rest. From maintaining stable blood sugar levels to managing complex hormonal cascades, the liver is the ultimate control center of your metabolism, regulating energy distribution around the clock. It also constantly purifies your bloodstream, filtering out harmful substances, metabolic waste, and environmental toxins before they can cause cellular damage to your vital organs. But when we talk specifically about burning fat, there is one fundamental function of this organ that completely surpasses all others in its critical importance to your weight loss journey. The liver is the only organ in your body with the direct metabolic capacity to decide the ultimate fate of the calories you consume daily, acting as the master switch for fat storage. It determines whether those incoming nutrients are immediately converted into usable physical energy or stored away as stubborn adipose tissue around your waist and thighs. Think of your liver as a highly efficient traffic director, standing at the crossroads of every metabolic pathway, directing nutrient vehicles to their correct destinations. Each time you eat, the liver decides which nutrients are utilized immediately as metabolic fuel to power your heart, brain, muscles, and daily physical activities. It also determines which nutrients must be safely reserved in storage tissues, like glycogen in the muscles or fat in adipose cells, for times when your body faces an energy deficit. And crucially, it identifies which substances are toxic, working tirelessly to neutralize and safely expel them through bile before they can harm your delicate cellular machinery. When your organism is in a state of optimal health, this intricate metabolic traffic flow operates without any friction, keeping your weight stable and your energy abundant. Blood sugar is consumed efficiently, fat is oxidized seamlessly within the mitochondria, and environmental toxins are filtered out without causing any metabolic delay. Your hormones remain in perfect physiological balance, allowing healthy fat loss to occur spontaneously and effortlessly, even without extreme caloric restriction. Unfortunately, this ideal metabolic scenario is far from reality for almost anyone living in our modern environment today, where our bodies are constantly compromised. And this is not simply because people are overeating, but because we are constantly bombarded by an overwhelming toxic load that our ancestors never had to face. We are surrounded by ultra-processed foods, industrial seed oils, hidden sugars, alcohol, prescription pharmaceuticals, and synthetic agricultural chemicals. Microplastics, environmental pollutants, and toxic household chemicals also enter our systems silently every single day through our skin, lungs, and digestive tracts. Every single one of these foreign substances must be processed at some point, and almost all of them end up directly in your liver, placing an immense burden on it. Over time, this continuous chemical exposure acts like a heavy brake, gradually slowing down your liver's metabolic efficiency and clogging its detoxification pathways. When the liver becomes completely overwhelmed, it abandons its fat-burning duties to focus entirely on urgent detoxification, trying to keep you alive. As a direct consequence, the vital process of fat oxidation is pushed to the background, halting your weight loss efforts regardless of your diet. Instead of metabolizing fats efficiently, the body begins to accumulate them, particularly around your vital abdominal organs, leading to visceral fat buildup. This is precisely how non-alcoholic fatty liver disease begins, a silent condition driven by years of metabolic stress, poor nutrition, and toxic accumulation. It is caused by chronic exposure to excess sugars, industrial oils, environmental chemicals, and unmanaged metabolic pressure that the liver can no longer process. Today, it is one of the fastest growing health crises globally, affecting tens of millions of children and adults who have absolutely no idea they have it. This is because the liver does not possess pain receptors, it does not cry out or send obvious warning signals when its tissues are damaged or congested. It simply begins to perform its essential functions at a fraction of its capacity, leading to a systemic metabolic slowdown that affects your entire body. Your daily energy levels plummet, your blood sugar becomes highly unstable, and body fat becomes incredibly resistant to loss no matter what you do. It no longer matters how clean your diet is or how many exhausting hours you spend exercising at the gym every week. The fat simply remains locked. Until you address this underlying hepatic congestion, any other fat loss strategy will feel like an uphill, endless battle against your own physiology. Now that you understand the central role of the liver, there is a strict physiological sequence you must respect if you want to heal it and unlock fat burning. You do not start by trying to repair the liver with supplements. You must first stop constantly assaulting it every day with dietary toxins. As long as your liver is under continuous chemical attack, it will remain locked in an emergency fat storing survival mode to protect your blood from toxins. This is where most people fail. They add expensive supplements or try extreme fasting without removing the toxic interference that keeps the liver saturated. The vast majority of this metabolic interference comes directly from the specific foods you choose to consume daily, thinking they are healthy. Through years of clinical experience, a clear pattern emerges. The foods blocking fat loss fall into a few distinct categories that are easy to identify. These hidden disruptors appear in almost every popular diet, whether it is low carb, low fat, vegan, ketogenic, or standard clean eating. You can maintain a strict caloric deficit and still consume them, keeping your liver congested and fat loss completely stalled. To help you identify these easily, I have organized them into a simple, memorable framework that I call the CRAP scheme, standing for 4 toxic groups. The C stands for carbs and sugars. This category typically causes the most rapid and severe damage to your hepatic tissue, sparking insulin spikes. When you consume refined sugars, your blood glucose spikes, triggering a massive release of the storage hormone insulin from your pancreas. With insulin chronically elevated, your body's fat-burning machinery is completely switched off, locking away fat reserves so they cannot be accessed. What is rarely discussed is the unique, highly destructive pathway that fructose takes once it enters your digestive tract after consuming sugar. While glucose can be used by your muscles, heart, and brain for energy, fructose can only be processed and metabolized by your liver. A constant influx of fructose forces the overwhelmed liver to convert the excess directly into fat, storing it within its own delicate tissues. This direct fat conversion is the primary driver of fatty liver disease, even in individuals who never drink a single drop of alcohol. Refined carbohydrates like white bread, pasta, and pastries digest rapidly, further saturating the liver with fructose and spiking insulin levels. In contrast, whole carbs containing natural fiber slow down digestion, reducing insulin spikes and protecting the liver from metabolic shock. Even healthy fruits can cause confusion. High fructose fruits like bananas and mangoes can slow hepatic recovery if overconsumed during healing. Opting for low fructose alternatives like berries, green apples, and kiwis allows you to heal without sacrificing vital antioxidants and vitamins. The R in CRAP stands for rancid oils. These industrial seed oils are often far more damaging and toxic to the liver than refined sugar. Oils like canola, soy, and corn are extracted using high heat and chemical solvents, leaving them highly oxidized and toxic before bottling. The liver treats these damaged rancid fats as direct toxins, abandoning fat burning to prioritize neutralizing the massive oxidative stress they cause. These oils are packed with linoleic acid, which accumulates in your cell membranes and can take years to fully clear out of your body tissues. The A stands for artificial ingredients. These synthetic chemicals, colorings, and preservatives are completely unrecognized by human biochemistry. The liver must prioritize detoxifying these foreign additives, leaving essential metabolic processes like fat burning completely neglected and stalled. Sweeteners like sucralose are chlorinated compounds that clog the liver's detoxification pathways, preventing the clearance of other metabolic waste. These chemicals also disrupt hunger hormones, leading to intense cravings and metabolic confusion despite containing 0 calories on the label. The P stands for processed proteins. Poor quality, conventionally raised proteins often carry a heavy load of environmental toxins and preservatives. Conventional meats contain accumulated pesticides, antibiotics, and chemical nitrites that strain the liver's capacity and cause chronic inflammation. Many commercial protein powders are also loaded with artificial sweeteners, thickeners, and heavy metals, creating a double burden for your liver. Choosing high quality wild caught fish or grass fed meats ensures your protein intake supports rather than hinders your liver's detoxification. Once you eliminate these harmful foods, you finally give your liver the physiological space and energy it needs to regenerate and heal. To accelerate this healing, you must actively nourish the liver with specific nutrient dense foods that support its detoxification phases. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and Brussels sprouts are rich in sulfur, which helps bind and flush out heavy toxins from the body. Leafy greens stimulate the production of glutathione, the body's master antioxidant and hepatic cleanser, protecting against cellular damage. Starting your day with warm lemon water stimulates bile flow, kickstarting digestion, flushing out stagnant toxins, and supporting weight loss. Targeted herbs like milk thistle protect liver cells from oxidative damage during the active detoxification process, acting as a natural shield. N-acetylcysteine, or NAC, provides the essential rate-limiting building blocks your liver needs to synthesize its own powerful glutathione. Adding turmeric reduces hepatic inflammation, directly improving insulin sensitivity and unlocking stored fat to be burned as daily fuel. To clear out years of stored rancid linoleic acid from your tissues, you need a highly specific, advanced physiological strategy. This requires combining high quality omega 3 fatty acids, specifically EPA, with short, structured periods of intermittent fasting. Fasting triggers the release of stored fats, while EPA provides the healthy lipids needed to rebuild and repair damaged cell membranes. This synergistic combination, known as lipid turnover, can reduce stored linoleic acid by 24% in just 13 days. Once this toxic fat is cleared, your liver can finally function at full capacity, making fat loss feel effortless and automatic once again. All of these steps are detailed in my book, Living Good Road, providing a clear, structured system for your health and weight loss journey. Remember, while nutrition is key, sending the right physical signal with just 10 minutes of daily movement is vital to lock in your metabolic gains. By nourishing your liver and moving daily, you unlock the ultimate fat burning engine. Subscribe now for more scientific insights into your health.